Good morning, distinguished judges, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Hui Qi. With me, I have Christina, Jiayi, Alicia, Andia, and Eugene. We are Team Homeland. Is our organization millennial ready? Homeland Services is in the end-of-life service industry who is hard to attract millennials, and there's out of 60 employees, only one of them is millennials. Millennials are born in the year of 1980s to 2000. They are known as the strawberry generation. What are the things that are important to millennial workers? Social consciousness, work-life balance, and appreciation. But these are hardly found in Homeland Services at this point. Let's watch a short video to better understand the current perception of what people have of this industry. Hey, Thomas, really, what are you planning to do next?
Well, I plan to work in the bank. How about you?
I'm planning to work in a funeral company.
What? But why in a funeral company?
This is exactly what's happening right now. The negative perception and stereotyping of the funeral industry that's keeping people away, especially young people. Millennials are youth-centric and future-oriented. Prestige matters to them. They're young and focus more on life, not death, which is why the end-of-life industry, they would not consider working in the end-of-life industry. Millennials are young and full of hope. They look forward, seek challenges, and career opportunities. What their family and friends think matters to them. The company they work for and the image projected of them matters too. Millennials prefer working for well-known companies such as Google, Apple, or even Singapore Airlines. And they would like to work in the IT, financial, or even the aviation sector. Many aspire to be bankers, lawyers, or even teachers. In fact, these preferences are driven by most parents. Can they find it in our organization? I think not. Not at this point of time.
Millennials are reluctant to join this industry due to the lack of growth opportunities. Homeland Services is a family-owned business, a household name in Singapore for the past 20 years. The business has been recently passed on to the founder's daughter, who is a millennial herself. Due to the nature of an SME, most employees are family members and inward-looking. Employees who are not family members are likely to receive less growth opportunities, so less promotion, less training and development. There could be a low business continuity once the older worker retires, as there will be fewer younger workers to carry on the work. There will always be a chance for the third generation not wanting to continue business as well. Millennials have a strong sense of self-worth. They are purpose-driven, working solely for passion and purpose. Millennials are passionate and seek meaning in their job. They like to seek challenges and opportunities in their work. If their bosses can't offer challenges, opportunities, and rewards fast enough, the millennials could be on their way out seeking for better jobs and bosses. Recognizing effort made is important to millennials, so they need to feel appreciated and acknowledged for their work done. Lastly, millennials value ongoing conversation with their superior for feedbacks and being consulted by their colleagues. Having a sense of belonging is important in the organization. To sum it up, these are the three main issues faced by the company. We have come up with 3 sets of practical solutions to address the issue.
First things first, in order to get people to notice and be interested in the end-of-life industry, the business itself may need to be rebranded. Change some of the old job titles such as funeral directors and mortuary beauticians to service directors and cosmetologists. Next, for the corporate social responsibilities, Homeland Services has been offering free funeral services to the needy families of the deceased. We propose that Homeland Services could have free counseling services to the grieving families of the deceased. For Roche's and public education, in Singapore, death is a taboo subject. However, in Japan and South Korea, both Asian societies just like us, the funeral industry has put in a lot of effort to try and get the acceptance of the society. Take a look at some of the events and the activities that they have organized. Homeland Services could adopt some of these ideas to help rebrand their company. First impression counts. First impression counts. As the Chinese saying goes,
人靠衣装.
Since image matters to most millennials, Homeland Services could allow millennials to wear professional attire just like what we're wearing today.
Our second solution is to professionalize the industry. As a start, Homeland Services could achieve this by providing training and development opportunities for their existing staff. Newer staff can be sent for SkillsFuture and WSQ courses for self-improvement and certificate. These are important to the millennials. Millennials also love to travel. And can be sent for overseas training, such as attending conferences and workshops on managing the funeral business in more progressive countries like Japan, South Korea, and USA. We would also suggest working with local and international tertiary institutes to provide professional courses, certificate, and diploma in the afterlife industry. Courses provided by the institute will be certified and recognized, so pay and promotion will come after training. Training and developments help to create a pool of young talent who will be ready to join the industry upon graduation.
Millennials are IT savvy and they have tons of experience in using social media. So, more job positions that are IT related could be opened up to millennials. Online marketing platforms, interactive websites, e-commerce service that allow clients to customize and plan for their funeral in advance. Ultimately, this will create more job opportunities for millennials. A forum and online counseling services could be created to provide comfort for the grieving families. For example, a youth grieving for a grandparent may actually share poetry on the online memorial. The whole business could expand and eventually transform into a healing service for people. This will actually add on greater meaning to the job and give millennials a sense of purpose that they are looking for. Millennials can also be tapped on to manage modern office administration, such as keeping records digitally, managing online telephone systems, accounting software, logistics software, customer service software, etc. Moving on, Homeland Services can offer scholarships, bursaries, and sign-on bonuses to attract millennials. The scholarships can come with a 2 to 3 years bond as part of a talent attraction and retention policy. To identify suitable recipients, interviews can be screened to assess a person's aptitude and industry fit, instead of just looking at the academic results. Finally, other industries like teaching and the military actually offer sign-on bonuses to appeal to a wider audience. Similarly, this can be done for Homeland Services as well.
For the third solution, Homeland Services could improve on their rewards and incentive packages. In comparison to the healthcare industry, a polytechnic graduate could earn up to 2,350 monthly, while an embalmer in the afterlife service industry could earn up to 4,200. The workers from the healthcare industry could be attracted to join the afterlife industry for a 79% increase in pay. As millennials wish to be recognized, incentive treats could be introduced to Homeland Services to reward the top performers in their company. Performance bonuses could be given to employees to reward them for their hard work. Non-cash incentives such as gym membership could help to promote wellness. Research has shown that millennials are more concerned about the perks and benefits than the older workers. The top one reason millennials accept the job offer in the company is because the company can offer better compensation and benefits. Thus, rewards and incentives are important.
Well, for short-term action plans, anybody know or not? Short-term action plan, anybody know or not? Don't know right? Don't know right? So must listen, okay? So for short-term action plans, millennials often use online platforms to surf the net, such as LinkedIn, SHRI, to look for more job opportunities. Research shows that millennials are more likely than older generation to seek more information about companies and social media. Am I right to say that? Okay, so 72% of them use their phones for opportunities to look for jobs information, jobs offers. So we hereby suggest Homeland Services could take part in the career fairs to attract more millennials. Examples of creating a job such as having an IT or digital marketing executive. How do we attract millennials? Anybody know? Okay, well, millennials prefer organization with caring culture, like having an open office concept, well-stocked pantry, and even chill-out pods, or even gaming corners. Okay, so now without further ado, we will take a look at a video which earlier you have seen.
Hey, how are you doing now?
Well, I'm still in the bank, working as an executive. How about you?
I'm still working in the same company, but now I'm the marketing manager.
Wow!
In conclusion, our case study organization, Homeland Services, is not millennial ready at this point of time. Although efforts have been made by the company, more needs to be done to attract and retain millennials. We believe that with the suggestions we have proposed this morning, more millennials would be attracted to consider Homeland Services as part of their career. To attract more millennials, Homeland Services could focus more on the ICT aspect of the business, as discussed earlier.
An attractive compensation and benefits system, coupled with growth and learning opportunities, are actually key motivational factors for millennials. But such rewards must be complemented by all the other improvements that we have proposed today. Millennials want challenge and opportunities in their jobs. Having all-rounded millennials to perform job rotation will offer the excitement they need. Job rotation and multitasking allows millennials to master and experience different aspects of the company before they can actually promote to management roles. At the end of the day, Homeland Services must first understand what the millennials want, and then they must be willing to make these changes before they can start to reach out to their target audience. Finally, Team Homeland believes that funerals are for the living and not for the dead. Lastly, to the bold millennials who are called to serve in the afterlife service, the purpose of life is a life of purpose. Thank you.
This is my third year coming to judge the HR challenge, and one of the reasons why I do this is just when you think you have seen all kinds of presentation, along comes a group bringing a casket into the stage, and I must say I think this presentation I will always remember your presentation. For the very, very strange entry. Could you go to that slide where you say the top 3 reasons why millennials join the company? I think it's slide number 4 or 5.
Do you mean when we talked about the issues of the company?
No, when you mentioned that the top 3 reasons why millennials likes to join a company. There is a slide that says 1, 2, and 3. Three or 4 slides forward. Move forward again, another 2, 3 slides. Anyway, while you're still searching for the slides, your point number 1, if I recall, is millennials join a company because of, what was that again? Who was doing the presentation?
The compensation and benefits.
Compensation and benefit, right? Okay, you mentioned that's the number 1 from your research.
Yes.
Right. But earlier groups mentioned that millennials are not interested in money, you know. We are interested in purpose, solving world hunger, you know. Right. So my question to the team is, why is there a disparity between the other group and your group? How come?
Can you give us a minute to discuss?
Sure.
Thank you. To answer to your question, we feel that our company, the industry requires higher pay is because this industry is a very unconventional industry. No millennials would want to work in this industry, even though this industry has has purpose in the job, but without a good pay, millennials wouldn't want the job as well. Yeah. Money is important, but purpose is also important. Yeah, both are equally important.
So team, thank you. This is clearly a very, very difficult case study. You've only got 1 millennial in that organization as the boss's daughter, right? Yeah. So I appreciated that you, was it correct?
There's actually 1 millennial employee in the company, and then the boss is also an employee, so 2 in total.
All right. So I appreciate that you took the time to research what was done in South Korea and Japan. Clearly, because this is something that not many people want to talk about. You also talked about having conferences, overseas trips, so that people can learn what's going on out there. But I didn't see any specifics like what you did for South Korea and Japan. So question for you is, how realistic is this for your recommendation of doing all these overseas trips for employees to go learn? How realistic is it? Do you think the company is actually ready to invest?
Hi, sorry, can we get a minute to discuss?
Half a minute.
Okay, thank you. Hello, to answer your question, right? So, firstly, you mentioned about us researching on Japan and South Korea, right? I feel that our team, we feel that it is very realistic because we actually take these examples from Asian countries which can easily relate to Singapore because Singapore is an Asian country, so we have similar culture. And also, to answer your question about whether they are willing to invest, right? After all, our project, these are just solutions that we feel that will actually help the company to attract and retain millennials. So the company they don't have to force themselves to actually adopt all these solutions.
Okay, it's working now. Quick question before I start with my other question. Did you pick this company?
Yes, we did.
Why?
We picked this company because we feel that this company, like this industry particularly, has serious HR issues. Like they have problems attracting millennials because this industry is not very open, and like we feel that people have to know about this industry to be able to get into this industry. So this industry Singapore is also an aging population, so this industry will grow and millennials will have more opportunities to grow in this industry if the company would like to adopt our solutions, and I believe that millennials will be more willing and open to this industry.
Okay, now I have to applaud you for this because this industry is full of taboos and is hardly something that we want to talk about. But if you think in terms of needs and wants, this is one industry that we all need because we all need to use its services at least once in our life. Okay? Okay, I'm curious about something. The one single millennial employee. So don't talk about the boss's daughter, she has no choice, right? So the one single millennial employee, do you spend time with him or her?
Unfortunately, we didn't get the chance to actually spend time with the employee, but to our knowledge, right, we found out that the employee is actually working as a driver.
Wow, okay. Because what I'll be really curious to find out is why did the millennial join the company? Yeah, because traditionally this industry is filled with the silver liners, okay, plus the Gen X, Gen Y type. I don't think any millennial will just walk in and say I want a job here. Okay, so if you have a chance, I think it'd be good to at least find out why did the person join, because what's the EVP for the person? Okay, that'll be a good start. Okay. Just another compliment. I think it's a good thing. I like your presentation because you start with the business. Okay, you were focusing on the business issue. In fact, in your recommendation, you were even talking about recommendation that affects the business, not just pure HR. Okay, so that's a good start because HR does not exist just on its own. HR exists to support the business. If you can't get the business solution going, HR can't serve much. Okay, so good job. Thanks.
Thank you.